Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3, just going through some of the, max experience tips and tricks here. And next up is actually going to be actually kind of a nice piece of equipment, or a handy one, as well as some approval for Karlach, and then actually, yes, a little bit of experience as well. So basically, you want to start out from the Emerald Grove environs and just go down the road a little ways, and then we're going to jump up top here and then climb up this cragged rock. And we'll head on over here. And climb up this ladder. Let's see here. Oh, there's some, might be on the skeleton here. Indeed, on the skeleton. Alright, so here's the silver pendant. And you can see there, it's got the guidance divination cantrip. That's a really, really nice cantrip. And here the characters comment that this is a piece of Harper gear. So alright, that's the really nice item. Guidance helps with all kinds of the different, checks throughout the game, so it's always good to have guidance. And then here in the rocky crevice, there are some spiders, and you'll want to have Karlach with you for this.
Back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the
Alright, so we need to pass a nature check.
a shiny gold coin.
Oop. Alright.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt. A spider egg is nestled within.
Alright, let's, I think we have to use animal handling for the second check. Just gonna save just to really make sure. Oh, that was a tough one too.
One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear. You stash the
Alright,
bag.
so reach for the bag. And there it is. Sticky fingers. And then we can get a little bit of experience now by reaching back in and disturbing the spiders.
Several spiders rest in the rear of the crevice.
Let's crush them.
The infuriated
Take that. Alright, so now we get attacked by 4 of these little guys, and you'll just kill them, and that will be it for this one. Okay, next up, we are just outside of, I forget what the name of this village, it's Moonrise Village, something like that. Otherwise it's called the Blighted Village. But anyways, we're going to sneak in here. You're going to want to take Gale, Shadowheart, and Asterion. Gale and Shadowheart will both get approval, and Shadowheart will get 1 inspiration. So let's head on in here.
Something's waiting up ahead.
Get over there! Surround them like! You
No, you're
spotted
there.
us.
Show
No
yourselves.
funny skewering a pig what doesn't know he's cooked. We got
There will be no skewering here.
Turn around.
strange symbol glows marked.
Alright, we're going to go with the persuasion option. It just says, just let me by and we'll pretend this never happened. And I'm going to save, of course, because I will most likely fail. Let's use guidance. Oh, nice. Alright, nailed it.
Oh, suppose it's
There's your
best to
approval.
save our strength. Go on then.
And... what? There it is, finally. Jeez. Sometimes these take so long to pop up. It's very strange. Okay, so the next little bit that we're going to do here is with Alfira. Alfira is located inside the Emerald Grove on the eastern side. One thing, though, I don't know that we for sure need to do this, but I'm going to anyway, is trade with her open the barter and then give her some gold. Actually, I don't really need to do that. Let's just give her some items. Maybe I'll have to barter or give her some gold too. I want to increase her opinion of me because I'm going to smoke her, which I think is going to drop her opinion by quite a bit. So I guess let's just give her everything here. Give her a big old pile of gold. There we go. Alright, and then let's go with, what's the tune you're singing?
Don't know why I bother.
Let's see here, and then Are You Alright?
Hands of this bloody song. I can't.
Let's see if I can help. And then Hand Me the Lute, and we'll perform together. And then you've got your first check here, which is a performance check. These are pretty tough for me to pass because I have a bad charisma modifier. It's already a 15, so I'm going to save here, and then it's likely that I'll fail at least one. Yep, there's a fail. I'll use one inspiration maybe, and then I'll... okay, yeah, we got the second one. All right, that's good enough. And then we're going to have one more check right after, which is down to a 10. Which is which is nice. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes the checks get harder. But there we go. We nailed that one. So good deal.
Sorry.
All right. And then there's the approval from Gale and Will. And then it doesn't really matter what you say here. The song is beautiful, worthy of a few tears.
So much blood.
And that sounds terrible. I'm sorry. She's describing her teacher there getting I think killed by gnolls, I think she said. All right, and the next step here is to go into turn-based mode, and then we want to knock her out. So I've already got Asterion in stealth, and I'm going to use a sneak attack here and hope that this crits. I think I need it to crit. Otherwise, I don't think it's enough damage. Let's... Oh, I didn't need it to crit. Yeah, she was knocked out right there. Also, it didn't seem like it actually reduced her her opinion of me, which I thought it did. Maybe because I one-shot her. But there's all our gold back. And then I'm going to take out the squirrels here too. Corina and Spar. I don't, to my knowledge, these guys aren't for anything else. You can talk to them a little bit, and they will complain about her music. But other than that, there really isn't any reason to keep them around. So I am going to knock them out. Oh, what is going on here? Can I not?
People.
It's weird that it's not knocking them out. Let's. Oh, there. That one knocked her out. That was weird, though. I'm not sure why my other characters didn't. There we go, and that knocked that one out too. So you only get 2 experience for the 2 squirrels, but you do get a little bit off of Alfira. And then what we actually want to do here is let's make sure to save. Let's exit turn-based mode, and then we'll go back to camp, and we will rest for the night. If you do not do this, Alfira will be killed, which unfortunately is, or I should say maybe fortunately, it would be good, because it does result in an inspiration for the Dark Urge, but it robs us of an item later on in the game, and so I don't want to do that. So what we do instead here is obviously to knock her out and then rest. I have noticed though sometimes some of the other cutscenes will play and some of the other events will trigger on rest. So you may need to rest a few times, and then basically every time you rest, then save the day after, and then when Alfira's event triggers, then you reload that save right before her event triggered. And then, you know, if she's showing up in your camp, that means that you need to knock her out that day and then rest. So I've got this set up now that Alfira should be appearing here at the camp, or should have been appearing at the camp, but instead we're going to see another bard appear here instead. So we'll just end the day here, and we'll see this other character. Yeah, here she is.
Hark! Hark!
Quill Groot slang.
Willing. Well met.
All right, so I'm gonna just kind of skip through all of her dialogue. It's not really all that important. She did something like she lost her pants. Like she got attacked by like whatever bandits and lost her pants or something. I don't know. It's a pretty crazy story, but I'm just gonna do a partial rest because I don't really care about restoring any of my spells or anything right now. And here, unfortunately, you know, the Dark Urge has basically murdered her. And then I'm going to go... I don't know. Actually, intelligence doesn't seem like a good way to go about this. Let's try an investigation. Actually, I think we might be able to do two. I get a crit fail. Okay, great. That is how that usually goes, yes. All right, so here's the success. Again, I don't think any of this really matters at all. And then here you've got all kinds of bizarre... And I should say, this only occurs... Man, I forgot to point this out. This actually only occurs if you're the Dark Urge. So, you know, this part in knocking Alfira out doesn't actually matter if you're not the Dark Urge. So, let's see here. Wonder what curses in your heart to kill in your sleep.
You don't have much. You may only have a few moments
and
before
then,
the others awaken and begin to
I'm gonna
cast
prepare to
blame for
face
the
the
hot
others,
sin
and you're
before
not gonna hide.
This deed is
Like, they need to know, alright? We're actually a good person trapped in a horrible person's body. I don't think we get any approval with anybody, but we'll see.
We're all thinking.
That is awesome. Astarion must have been feasting on her. I was trying to patch her wounds. I might try to just explore some of these dialogue options real quick. God. Oh man, the way Gale says this is just hilarious. So I'm actually just gonna go with. Oh, by the way, you don't want to go with Astarion. You don't want to throw Astarion under the bus. You'll lose approval with him. So, I mean, that was probably obvious, but I'm gonna go with. I don't know what happened. I woke up and she was dead.
worm in your head has never
And then
slept more
I'm gonna just say I don't know.
You
It
know in your heart
could
it's-
have been the tadpole.
Parasite is
peaceful as the Inquisition departs.
All right, and then I'm gonna vow you will regain control. You will save the next innocent. I'm gonna try to like fight the urge, the for this game, and then I'm gonna go with the leave camp option here, and then we should have the butler guy show up. Oh no, not quite yet. Okay, well, so now Alfira is back. She's alive. She's well. I'm gonna see.
It's still rough.
Oh yeah, you can't trade with her anymore anyway, so I can't tell what her approval is. But, I mean, at the very least, she will talk to me. And then you can see Corina and Spar are actually still alive here. I'm going to save here really quick. I think this isn't going to matter, but let's do this one more time. So I think generally, once you've knocked somebody out and got the experience, you can't ever do that again. But she's kind of the first one that I've seen kind of stick around. Let's try this. Oh. Yeah. No experience.
Let's have a look.
Knocked her out, though, again. And the two squirrels took off. Okay, next up is the... actually, a little bit more companion approval. This will be basically a nighttime event where Mizora pays her visit
Anyone but her.
to Will. This choice doesn't matter that much, although you don't want to go with well, aren't you a luscious thing? You'll lose approval with Will and Karlak. So we'll just say, I don't know, God's damn devil, get out of my camp. And then you want to go with the final option here. I've heard enough. You're not leaving this place alive.
Kill me.
And that'll get you approval with basically everybody.
Which from
It looks like, I guess, Gale doesn't get approval through there, but
get you. I'll be.
yeah. it quite a bit. Alright, so I know there's a little bit more approval to be gained here. I don't think...
Someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again.
Yeah, none from Karlak. Asterion, I think this is related to his companion
I was
quest.
just thinking about
I'm a little ways
and that
into it,
delicious moment.
and so if you're not, if you're not getting these dialogue options right now, you probably just need to progress his
Can't help but wonder how
his
the
companion
others
quest a little bit more. Let's go with the. They might not be open to the idea.
taste. Oh,
Something exotic,
well,
still theoretical.
in the
And
spirit of
then
theoretical,
I just usually I
fine
pick
choice.
Shadowheart, and then they're Asterion
Choose
approved. So
The more
again,
I
just a
think
little
of
bit
it,
of a gain with him. Next up is going to be Will. It looks like.
Gods, just look at me. I'm not
Warlock pacts tend to be
Right.
unforgiving from what you know of them.
Let's
Will
see
was
here.
lucky he didn't face a more severe
The Blade of
punishment.
Frontiers has some
I'll
explaining
say
to
what
do.
it's Mazora who, but I promise you, every
Alright,
thrust
let's
of
see
my
here.
blade.
What are the terms of your
is
pact?
worth-
And then we've got some
Well-
follow-ups. He's not quite done. How does it feel to be a devil?
Be my man. What do you say?
Let's go with quite the handsome devil.
I will slay their monsters.
And then you should get out of this pact.
I don't have a clue where to start, other than
And
play
then
her
there must be
games.
some loophole
I
in
could
the
well be.
contract that
The
lets you
only way
out.
Is if I can outbargain her.
And then we can beat her if we put our worms
We can.
together. And he'll approve of that as well. And I think the next one, actually, let's talk with Gale. I don't think he's got anything for us. Oh no, he's still hurting. I need to give him a magical artifact still, but I haven't got around to that yet. Shadowheart does have a dialogue option as well, though. All right, let's.
Something's wrong.
Are you hurt?
No. I'm
What was that all about?
I don't know.
Here, you shouldn't do this, actually. I don't know if she's necessarily going to give, or if she's going to disapprove, but she kind of likes to keep things to herself, at least for the time being. So let's just
I'm fine.
go with the second option there.
I'm not
Yeah, and then
spouting
let's just
tentacles
change the
just yet.
subject. She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't really like
It's difficult
being
for me to
prodded
talk
in
about.
this way. You can try to do this persuasion check, and I may do that, but man, this is a really, really difficult one to actually pass. I think the wisdom one is as well, but you don't really want to do that. I may try this, but it's also not that important because you actually don't end up getting any approval out of this if you persuade her to tell you right now. Okay, so if you decided to go with the persuasion check on charisma, this will be the
You're
kind
not
of the
going
result.
To let this go, are you? I worship Shah. Now that
Oh
you
yes, this is where she's revealing she's a Shar worshiper.
all
Again, she will eventually reveal this, and it's a lot easier to do this actually a little bit later. But let's go with. You could have told me, and then how long were you going to keep it a secret?
Perhaps that might change, if you can show an open mind.
Let's see how open-minded I can be. Then tell me
Talk to
more.
me later.
Yeah.
This day's been long enough.
So normally she would continue this conversation. In other times that I've played, she's continued that. It's just she's not quite there yet. So that looks like that is going to be it for this segment. Okay, next up is finally getting our reward for murdering, what was her name? Quill Groot Root or something? Whatever. And again, it's kind of the, it normally would have been the reward also for basically murdering Alfira in cold blood. Again, that route actually does result in an inspiration point for the Dark Urge, but it does make you lose out on some gear later, and I didn't think that was going to be worth it. So let's go to bed. I'm going to do a partial rest so I don't waste supplies.
Tonight you can't.
And
be
then
wondering
here
what
she
she
has
looked
a-
like as she died. Squirming,
here.
skewered,
Go for a walk, try to
abject
stop yourself
agony.
from retching.
Your body barely complied. Why did she die?
Milady,
Alright, and here he is.
Sceleritas
Sceleritas fell.
I followed you,
The
my
butler.
dear rotted master.
Alright, what in the hell do you mean you're my butler?
I found you following the
Still
stench
smell
of
her
that
gore
bard.
too. What if, oh, that's dark. Did you cause me to kill her? I didn't kill her. It happened while I was asleep.
Yes, I cannot wait until your next act of shameless
Alright.
barbarity.
Let's see. Alright, there will be no more barbarity.
Be true.
Alright, there it is, the Deathstalker mantle. I'm not really sure who this is best on. It's always hard for me to say. Probably somebody with really bad defense. You know, so that when they make a kill shot, I mean, obviously it's also going to be somebody that's kind of, you know, killing things a lot. Maybe a wizard probably makes a little bit of sense. But I'm going to stick it on my main character for a little while. Again, the unfortunately though, this mantle, or the Deathstalker mantle, is only available to the Dark Urge, and only as kind of a reward for the grisly murder of whichever of the bards you decided to go with. Okay, next up is going to be a little bit more of approval from Shadowheart. Basically, this is if you're, you know, far enough into her kind of character development.
That it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Generally here, you don't really want to push her. But I think if we go with my apologies, I didn't mean to pry
Fine.
here.
Just keep out of matters that don't concern you.
All right. Well, she didn't really answer me, so I'm gonna.
Well,
There it is.
perhaps
There's the approval.
potential in you. I assume you've heard of her.
All right. So you can say
My Lady
Remind Me.
Shah
She'll
is
tell
the
you a little bit
Nexus,
more
the
about
patron of darkness and
her. You could say Fascinating.
Most
Please continue.
Shah, we shed those cloaks.
Let's see
Before
here.
Shah, we stand
When you put it like that,
gloriously
it seems strangely
Beyond
comforting.
there's
That should
comfort
give
there.
us more approval.
we destroy.
Oh,
There's
nope, not
often
quite yet.
suffering, death even.
Here we go.
Many
I'd
people
be
break
lying if I
before they embrace
said it
Shah's
didn't sound
truth.
convincing. You should tell me
You're
more
wiser than
sometime.
most.
There's the approval.
Maybe both. No, myself.
So a bit of approval
Once
in,
we've saved
I
ourselves,
guess, two
we can
bits of
talk
approval
more.
there from Shadowheart out of this conversation. Okay, and here is the following conversation with Shadowheart, which actually I should also get us a little bit more approval too, if I remember correctly. Let's go with what drew you to Shar Warship, and then tell me something about yourself besides Shar and tadpoles, and then you'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass them. There we go. There's the approval.
No.
Anything else? And she'll say no, and that's basically it.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be
here.
undertaken lightly.
Yeah, that's it.
Shall-
All right, so that's all we've got right now for Shadowheart. Okay, next up is the harpies on the beach. You'll definitely want to take Will for sure. He's got an inspiration for this. You can take Gale as well, and he's got a little bit of, I guess, like flavor dialogue afterwards. I don't think that that's actually necessary, but it's kind of fun because he comments on something about like he sees himself in Miracon or something like that. So let's finish off this last harpy. Of course, we'll miss. There we go. Alright, and there it is. Protector of the Small.
Are they gone?
Okay, next up is the approval with Gale for his companion quest.
Speak slowly.
I'm going to
That
give
is
him,
most
finally, a
gratifying
magical
to hear.
artifact. The guy's been doubled
Aye, aye.
over in pain for what feels like, well, a very long time, so...
Thank you.
It's a little goofy when you give him artifacts. Make sure you only give him one and then X out of the box. If you try to give him more than one, he'll basically act as though you're not giving him any, and he'll get mad at you. So just make sure that you're giving him one and then Xing out of
That hit the spot.
the
I can
box
feel
there.
it work. Metaphorical.
And then obviously we did get a little bit of
Sincerely, though.
of approval there.
I understand I ask a lot from
I'm
you.
gonna say
My
don't
lady?
mention it. Glad to help, and we are done. Okay, next up on the list here is the kind of near the overgrown ruins. You don't actually need to pass through the doorway. You can actually come up and around. The important thing though here is to not enter the ruins from the west side. There will be an archer up in here, and if you try to go through that way, you won't get the same dialogue options, and the results won't be as good. Also, for this one, you'll want to take Will, Gale, and Shadowheart. You'll get some pretty decent approval for the 3 of those characters. And again, we'll just, we want to enter the ruins this way. And then we want to go with the persuasion check that says the ship is full of monsters. I wouldn't go near it. I'm going to save here just in case. Always a good idea before these skill checks. And of course, that's why.
Crypt. I'm telling you, it's a ship.
Okay, there is the success.
Well,
there's your approval.
Come on, you lot.
Second.
Nobody's getting any.
And then we're going to enter turn-based mode here and wipe them all out. Okay, so I actually just wanted to comment on that last battle. You actually do come out 50 experience ahead if you do the first persuasion check first. And then, again, immediately go into turn-based mode and attack them. So, again, definitely worthwhile to do it in that way. Next up, though, is going through this this door here in the... What is this called? I don't know, I guess it's just the ruins. I thought that this was a chapel of some sort. But anyways, let's go in here. I'm going to go... I don't know that it matters, but I'm gonna just do this with my main character.
Everything all right out there?
So here, this is one of like Gimblebox's buddies, so it sounds funny. But we're gonna go with the deception option. So it said Gimblebox triggered some trap. He needs help now. All right.
Told that it wasn't safe out there.
And there it is. Cheese your way through. So that's the inspiration for Asterion. Okay, and next up is the opposite side of the door, which was probably obvious. This guy goes hostile immediately. And just like that, he's knocked out.
Should mind my step.
Alright. I think I should probably grab up a bunch of this stuff, but let's go right into the next battle, and then I'll grab all that stuff afterwards. It should be in here. Yeah. Man, I don't really want to step in front of this door. Yeah, let's just chill back here.
How'd you get back off?
Yeah, this shouldn't be. This is going to be pretty self-explanatory. There isn't going to be any really a way to get like extra experience out of this. We're just going to kill all these enemies inside here. Okay, so next up is within the. I think this is called the Dank Crypt, something like that. There is a book. It's called the Book of Dead Gods, and that is over here. And we need to. Is this really locked?
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a
Really?
massive lock.
I think we want to use Arcana on this. I don't think I want to use my Berserker Strength. Oh, nailed it.
As the lock opens, a loose page, what was once script, is now an obliterated scrawl.
Alright, so
Have
here's
sense there's
a religion
names,
check.
a list.
I think the way this works is that initial Arcana check. That was how Will gets, or I'm sorry, that was how Gale gets his inspiration from it. And then I think the religion check is Shadowheart. I actually kind of want to test that, so let's do a save right there. Hopefully I fail this actually, just so I can. Well, of course that didn't.
Gods,
Didn't fail.
These are the names of gods.
Alright, so there's an
once
approval
lost
from
entire
Shadowheart.
pantheon.
Oh, and then I failed the investigation. But there, it's Secrets of Sundering. That's the Gale inspiration. And then there should be one for Shadowheart that'll pop up here too. Yeah, there it is. Divinity Undone.
Script is now an obliterated scroll.
Actually, so I actually tested this, and you actually do have to pass both checks. Otherwise, you don't get inspirations for either of them, which is kind of wicked.
Gods. These are the...
Okay, next up is Withers and the Amulet of Lost Voices. This is a amulet which is really, really nice. It allows you to speak with the dead. And also, I mean, obviously there was some experience here with the undead that were guarding the tomb. But let's interact with the richly adorned sarcophagus here. Which actually gives us a little bit of experience.
I have a question for Wilt thou answer?
Question, ask away.
I ask again. What is the worth of a single
One life is worth more than any other. We are all equal. I mean, I don't know if that's the best answer, but I don't think it matters. But there it is. We get an inspiration for the Haunted One, or the Dark Urge, for kind of finding Withers. Withers is fantastic. You definitely want to get him as early as you can. He's going to allow you to respec. And so that's one of the reasons why I try to get him almost as early as you possibly can. I'll be, respecing a bunch of my characters now because of that. So, anyways, that is going to be it for this video. As always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.